Contrary to very popular belief, school is simply not the place where your child is going to develop executive functioning skills. This is especially true for most schools who have not been specifically trained in the most up-to-date research on ADHD and executive functioning. And this is really 99% of schools at this point, because simply executive functioning training is not part of the education to work with students, to work in a school, to be a teacher, or to be a support staff. It's not part of their educational training at the bachelor's and master's level training, and that's to no fault of their own. When you're a student, you don't get to choose what the teacher teaches you. So to work in a school, most individuals have little to no training on executive functioning. And this is even for those schools that have executive functioning classes, where it tends to be one adult showing students how to organize their backpack, organize folders, which really at the end of the day just keep the students prompt dependent on the adults. No executive functioning learning or skill building is taking place in those makeshift classes. Second, it is so incredibly important to understand that academic executive functioning, time management, organization, study skills, is really the smallest possible fraction of what executive functioning truly is. Executive functioning is the ability to internally self-regulate through challenge and non-preferred tasks, and also the ability to motivate yourself towards challenging tasks. So how do we regulate? How do we motivate? We have to do those things before we can ever organize or manage our time. The biggest piece of truth that parents need to hear is that the real executive functioning development happens outside of school. What type of experiences is this child having that is strengthening their executive functions? There is no greater way to strengthen executive functioning than varied experiences. And the way school is today, the way it's really always been, your child's not having varied experiences at schools. Yeah, they're learning different academic information, but they are not having varied experiences, especially if they're sitting at a school with a Chromebook in front of them all day. They're definitely not having varied experiences, and they are definitely not strengthening their executive functions. They're probably just surfing the internet. So parents, this is the year to sign your child up for various activities, experiences, sports, and get them doing things after school instead of just coming home and staying home. Let's get them playing around peers and having varied experiences, because that's what's going to give them the skills they need.